Okay students, here what type of reactions takes place, just look at this. Now students, here this is the impure copper in a form of an anode. Now at anode what type of reaction takes place? Now here this is the copper in a solid form, that is the 98% pure, and the 2% are the other impurities. Now that solid copper, when loses its 2 electron, it is converted into the copper ion, Cu2 positive ion. Now that Cu2 positive ion become the part of the aqueous solution, and from aqueous solution they move towards the cathode, and that cathode is a pure copper. That cathode is made up of the pure copper. Now students, when the Cu2 positive ions reaches at the cathode, that is a pure copper, it again gains its 2 electron and it is converted into the Cus. Now what will be the happens to the next? Now students, just look at this. Here if we are just talking about all the 98% of the copper, after ionization it discharge itself at the cathode in a form of the pure copper metal. Now the 2% other remaining impurities like the gold and the copper settle down at the beaker in a form of the anode mud. Now students, in this process the impure copper from the anode dissolves and goes into the copper sulfate solution side by side. Pure copper ion from the solution deposited at the cathode, thus the cathode become the pure copper metal, and the impurities like the gold and the silver settle down as an anode mud. Now students, I'm just repeating again. Here this is the orange block is the anode, that is the impure copper. It means it contains the 98% of the copper and 2% other impurities. Now here it is act as an anode, and here this is a piece of the pure copper metal that act as a cathode. Now students, at the anode what type of reactions takes place? The copper loses its 2 electron, converted into the copper ion, Cu2 positive ion. When these Cu2 positive ion become the part of the aqueous solution, it moves towards the cathode. Here it again gain its 2 electron and it is converted into the Cu copper solid form at the cathode. Now students, as all the 98% of the copper dissolve itself in an aqueous solution in a form of the copper ion, and it is deposited itself into the at the pure copper metal at the cathode. So student, the remaining 2% of the impurities like the gold and the silver settle down at the bottom in a form of the anode mud. So here this is the process in which we can separate the copper from their mineral ores in 3 stages. The first one is the concentration, second one is the extraction, and the last one is the refining. Hope you will get the concept.